Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, hi, my name is Bella. I am a lifestyle blogger, YouTuber, baker, Instagrammer. Check out my Instagram, TheBrownieGram. Check out my blog, IamBrownie.com. It's very nice to meet you and I hope that I can get to know you. Honestly, I have not been having the best day, but things are looking up. And things are looking up because I'm capable of making my day better than it was meant to be. Today I have decided to do a story time because I want to see if I can get out at least one story time a month. And this one is a touchy one if you've read the topic, because the heading, because a lot of people don't actually know. Unless you went to Presentation National High School with me when I was there, you probably, in fact, unless you lived in St. Augustine Extension or you were a friend of mine, you probably would not even know that I had a back brace. And this is a very interesting story. A story time, but then at the same time, I think like a motivational, God is so real type story. So yes, I hope you enjoy. If you enjoy story times, let me know that you enjoy story times and we'll make more together. I make videos every Monday, if you haven't noticed, and I put out throwback videos every Thursday from my old channels. So every week you will see me twice if you really want to, if you really want to. So yes, let us start with this story. In the early 2000s, from like 2001 to 2006 or 7, I lived in America. What happened is that in 2001 actually, or 2002, I had gone for an x-ray. So when I went for the x-ray, they had checked, like it was just like a routine physical, you understand? So they checked and the results basically said that my heart was enlarged. So my heart was bigger than it was supposed to be. And like everybody was really confused because I had not had any prior like health conditions. I had just been living a regular life and all that good stuff. So it was just like, wow, what the heck is going on? So after some months, we went back for another test because they were trying to decide if they were going to have to do surgery or not. So when they went back for the other test, they realized that my heart had not actually been enlarged, but it was like maybe I was like breathing in, or like something was going on. Like I was either like my heart was beating really fast when the x-ray was taken or something like that, which made it look large. So that was the good news. But the bad news was that they realized with the same x-ray that my spine, instead of going relatively straight, had a slight curve to it. So basically, not in layman's terms, in medical terms, it meant that I had scoliosis. I have scoliosis. My case of scoliosis is not as serious as other people's. If you Google scoliosis, you will see that a lot of people, the main thing that you can see about them is that their bodies are kind of like slanted to the side type situation as compared to being upright and erect. But aside from that, it can also lead to other medical issues. The little parts of your spine can start kind of basically rubbing against each other, and that friction is extremely painful and obviously can cause other problems as well. So I found that I had scoliosis and it was just like, wow, I have scoliosis. I didn't really know what that meant. At the point in time when I found out, it wasn't like life-shattering or anything like that until it became like life-altering for me, because it was a thing where I was still pretty young when they found out. So I was probably like 12 or 13, and I had basically just started my move back to Nigeria because I said I wanted to go to school in Nigeria. That's another story for another day. But I wanted to go back to school in Nigeria, so I left my family in America and went back to school in Nigeria. Upon me going back to school in Nigeria, and upon further tests, they realized that the only way to ensure that my back doesn't keep curving or keep slanting, I would have to wear a back brace. It's like the toughest time in my prepubescent life, because I think I was just about to turn 13 actually, maybe that was it. So I hadn't even started menstruating, which was already an issue for me because majority of my friends had been like on their period since they were like 10 or 11. That was one. I had had the most erratic allergic reactions to the most ridiculous things. Like at some point, I kid you not, I was allergic to wool. At some point, I was allergic to fish. At some point, I was allergic to citrus. Like I was just always in the sick bay. Only for me to now find out on top of all that I have to now start wearing a back brace. And guys, it was not a cute back brace. It was huge and bulky. It was a bulky mother trucking back brace, okay? So it was like a piece of white plasticky something that you'd have to like strap. So the basic thing was that I was supposed to wear it under my under my school uniform. And I remember when I first got it and brought it to school, like for a couple of days I didn't want to wear it. I didn't wear it because I was already the girl that like presentation wasn't the fanciest schools or anything like that. So like at the point when I came in, probably only like 1 or 2 people even had braces. Like so it was still like a fascinating thing. I'm talking about teeth, braces on your teeth, you understand? So at that point in time, that was fascinating enough for people. But then to see, and then at some point as well, there's some seniors who I remember them, but there's no need to mention them, that would basically like kind of tell me to bring it out and show them. It was actually quite a traumatic experience upon thinking about it now. I remember when I first and I would have to like clean it every day. Like I would hide it until I want to wear it, and I'll wear it really early in the morning so that nobody sees and stuff like that. And I went on like that for a couple of months. The idea behind it was that I was supposed to wear it till I turned 16, because according to what they had said, I think like it would stop at a certain level. So after 16, it would not, like I would not bend, my spine would not bend anymore or something like that. So I'm so sorry that I'm not properly educated. It's a part of my life that I've basically ignored for so long, so I don't have the necessary information. But I am going to make another video talking about my experiences aside from the brace concerning scoliosis, if you want to hear, because my sister has been on me to actually talk, because she said she knows some people that have scoliosis and feel like kind of out of place, don't know what to do, don't know how to feel, how to explain to people. So if you want that kind of video as well, I am more than happy to do it. So I was wearing it for months and months on end, and I think this was not too long before my father passed away, which is why I remember it. There was a day that I just woke up and I was just like, do you know what? And this is so irresponsible. This is so irresponsible, because I don't even know, like I can't make an excuse and say I felt convicted to remove it, because maybe I did, but I feel like it was more of an aesthetic thing for me than anything else. I just woke up one day and something in me just said, you're not wearing this thing anymore. And it's so funny because, like I said, it's extremely irresponsible, because it meant that if I was not wearing it, there was nothing to maintain the structure that I already had, so it could easily have slipped somewhere else. But I didn't tell my mom, I didn't tell anybody that I was going to stop wearing it. I just literally just stopped wearing it. And for years after that, sorry to jump ahead a little bit, but for years after that, every time I saw the back brace, I would literally shudder. And like at some point in my house, I just like hid it under my bed. I don't even know where it is anymore, but like I hid it under my bed so I wouldn't have to see it, because I was so embarrassed about this brace. And then one day, the day I just decided I'm not going to wear this thing anymore, guys, low-key, I stopped wearing this brace. And it was like a month to my next appointment. And the next time that they saw my back, there was no problem. They had not made any, like no moves had been made. My spine wasn't bending anymore, curving any more than it was before. And they actually said, you know what, you don't actually need to wear this anymore. And I was just like, oh wow, that's basically my life. Like, I just stopped wearing it by myself. It was like borderline a miracle, to be honest, because I was supposed to actually wear it till I turned 16. And I think this was either immediately before my dad's death or immediately after, but I was definitely nowhere close to 16, because my dad passed away when I was like 14, a little before my 14th birthday. So instead of wearing it for like the 3 years I was supposed to wear it, I actually only wore it for 1 year. If somebody out there can tell me that there is no God, even for a stubborn girl that is only thinking about how people are perceiving her even at a tender age, then like, I don't know what to tell you. It's so funny to me because I remember even before I stopped wearing it, like my mom would call me and reiterate the importance. You have to wear it for this point in time, oh, and I would cry and be like, I really don't want to wear this thing, and she would be like, oh no, you have to wear it. Even till today, I don't think she knows that I stopped wearing it prematurely. I don't think she knows I stopped wearing it like way before I was supposed to stop, way before the appointment. I even think that I'm even not thinking of the facts properly, because I'm pretty sure it was more than a month that the appointment. It was probably like 3 or 4 months, to be honest. So, and a lot could have happened in 3 or 4 months. To be honest, my spine could have collapsed and there would have been nothing anybody could do about it, and I would have been the one to blame. When you're younger, I feel like you're so positive about everything, and I think God taps into people's positive thinking, because at that point in time, I literally damned the consequences, and I said I was going to be okay, and like I would not need to wear this, and I said I'm not going to wear this anymore, and I actually stopped wearing it and I was okay, and that was basically it, guys. Like, I don't know, but like I knew that was not a life for me. I knew that was not the standard of living that I wanted for myself, even at that age. Granted, it was driven by, like I said, aesthetics, and like, that's the age where you're the most insecure, and then add a back brace on top of that, guy. I was not having it. I was really not having it. But yeah, that is my story. That is the story about how I got a back brace, and how I stopped wearing my back brace, and how I found out I had scoliosis. So this is like a 3-part story, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it makes you feel like you know me a little better. This is probably the only thing about me that I haven't actually spoken about before, so there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. We special kids are out here, you understand? But yeah, don't forget that you are sugar, you are spice, and honey, you are bomb ass jello fries. Bye guys.